Hello. So, not able. Gonna do another one of these late. Gonna do another one of these late day streams watching game presentations. Today, I'm gonna be watching the Latin American Game Showcase, and also, if I can manage it, the women-led Games Showcase, which I think is actually going on right now. Yeah, that's going on right now. Check to see. Okay. I'm not sure if I'll have enough time. Because this thing is about Latin American Game Showcase is about an hour and a half long, so we'll just have to see. What I'm also gonna do is kind of just like on Tuesday when I played a game, whilst also watching this, just in case there were announcements that I wasn't really interested in. I'll be doing the same here with some Street Fighter 6. Although I still will be mainly paying attention to the presentation. And I've also turned down the sound so that it doesn't get in the way of the showcase. I'm just trying to sneak in some Street Fighter 6 before Friday, when we potentially find out if Tifa's joining the game, or when we potentially find out what new characters are joining Street Fighter 6. They could not even tomorrow. They could not even have the announcement of what the season 4 characters are, because I mean they just released Ingrid, but it feels like if they need a big game announcement for Summer Games Fest, can't go wrong with characters for Season 4 DLC of Street Fighter. I mean, they've done that in at least one other year they've done that. But here, we'll go ahead. Let me go ahead and get started with the Latin American Game Showcase. And if we have the time, I'll try to also do, and Marziska Fan says, just came in and was Tifa leaked? Hey Marziska Fan. There are leaks, minor leaks of people going out, reputable leakers going out and saying oh, this character is going to be in there. And there are also rumors. It's not an official here's a screenshot of her in the game. It's basically just rumors. But the reason why a lot of people are thinking that this could actually happen is because there are numerous it would actually match up with some of the things that have happened in Street Fighter 6. With recent stuff, and also with Capcom and Square Enix's working relationship together, because they have collaborated to include stuff from one game and stuff from Final Fantasy XIV and Monster Hunter. And I mean Square Enix has also put Final Fantasy games and fighting games. They put Clive and Tekken. And it's basically another big reason why people think this is because the latest character for Street Fighter 6, Ingrid, who just came out, her whole deal, Street Fighter characters, and this is kind of the reason why why people don't believe this is real. People don't believe this is real. Street Fighter characters are comparatively grounded. They're still crazy they're still super-powered martial artists, but they're super-powered martial artists, but they are still overall martial artists who are mainly fighting with their fists and some anime martial arts techniques. But some people think this wouldn't be likely because it wouldn't really fit in Street Fighter's universe. Tifa wouldn't fit in Street Fighter's universe. However, the thing that just happened is Ingrid just came out, and Ingrid's whole thing when they introduced her to Street Fighter 6 was basically making her some sort of cosmic being. She's some sort of cosmic being from some other realm. From some other realm. Who can open doors between dimensions. So if they were to introduce characters from other franchises into that don't have a connection to Street Fighter, then this would actually be a good lead into it. Slim says, no, Tifo's not leaked. This is just Brawl's Hill he's chosen to die on. Yes, it is, Sleepless. It was either I mean, it was either this or Bloodborne, or like Bloodborne getting some sort of re-release or sequel, and I chose the one that's much more likely to happen. Oh, that's right. We all got these Drive Decor costumes. Sim says Bloodborne's getting a movie. Yep. Doesn't change. Doesn't change it. Doesn't change what I said. Anyway, more importantly, we're starting off with the Latin American Game Showcase. And then if we have enough time, I'm going to get to the Women-Led Game Showcase. If I don't get to this today, I think Summer Games Fest, that show is probably going to take up like all my time on Friday. So, if I don't get to Women-Led Game Showcase today, I might try to fit it in on a Sunday. But that's packing in a lot of events into Sunday because there's a lot of events happening on Saturday. So we'll see. So, but that's like saying you're more likely to get struck by lightning than winning the lottery. I'm really just going to be doing some training in Street Fighter 6.
Welcome to the Latin America Games Showcase. I'm Clara Kawasik. I'm the lead actress of Tenebris Somnia.
Oh, sweet. I love Tenebris Somnia. Okay. That's a game I am very excited for, is Tenebris Somnia.
On behalf of myself, Andres Borghi, Sabiot Studios, and New Blood Interactive, we can wait to release this game this year. And we hope you enjoyed today this new look at the game and all the other games that are going to be here.
Yeah, this is one of the horror games that I'm really excited for. So yeah, this game's... I don't think I've played the demo for this game on the channel, but I've shown trailers for it, I think. And this game's whole thing is that it's basically like a mix between like a classic 8-bit graphics and then switching to a really well-made live-action cutscenes. It's... Mars Defense says, look, we have a body-swapping drug lord with a superpowered league of female bodyguards, and also a superhuman with the power of yoga, and a guy who regularly breaks out of jail by literally breaking the walls on a regular basis. I don't think Street Fighter is bound to the ground. No, it's very much not. And that's actually one of the smaller reasons why I think Tifa could work in Street Fighter, but... Oh, sweet! Okay, Pipistrello and the Cursed Yo-Yo. That is another game. Okay, that's a game that I've been wanting to buy. I just haven't gotten to yet. So they're already showing off some games that I knew about but really liked.
Latin American Game Showcase Summer Game Fest Edition. I'm Steffi Varela, and today we're coming to you from the beautiful beaches of Colón in Panama. Today's showcase features over 80 games from across Latin America, including world premieres, release date announcements, and major updates from some of the region's most exciting titles. Huge thanks to all of our presenting sponsors: Rock Theory, Two Wedges, Annapurna Interactive, New Blood Interactive, Halberd Studios, ID at Xbox, Goldpack Goblins, and to all of our partners for helping make this showcase possible. Throughout the show, you'll see this icon on
they're probably
screen
going to
that
announce
means
something
there's
about
a
related to
playable demo
Pipistrello.
available right now, and you'll be able to find it all on our official Steam event running all week long. But you're here for the game, so let's get started. Brazil is without a doubt one of the biggest forces in Latin American game development. But what's truly exciting is seeing more countries from across the region step into the global stage every year. So let's take a look at how we're growing together, starting with the world premiere from Colombia.
You know what, I'll just let Street Fighter 6 Brawl Kaiser get beaten up by different characters from the roster whilst we watch this. This kind of looks... I'm guessing this is a platform fighter. Yeah, it definitely looks like a platform fighter. Oh, there's a playtest available. Okay. Okay, this looks... This kind of reminds me of Darkest Dungeon. That might just be due to the fight layout, though. No, okay, some of the UI also makes me think of that. I wonder if it's actually a... No, okay, probably not a multiplayer game. I think it's I was wondering that because some of the enemy characters resemble some of the player characters. Oh, so in Street Fighter 6, they added a new mode where you can have, basically you can do a lot more fights with your avatar characters. So I've been trying that out a little bit in my spare time. And of course, getting my ass handed to me. Okay, I'm liking the graphics of this. I'm liking the look of this game. Kinda looks like a run and gun game. Yeah, this basically kind of looks like a, Oh, something to mention, by the way. If you haven't already, make sure to go vote in the poll for what Donathon Arc 3 could be. I'm nearing the end of XCOM 2, so make sure to go vote for if you want me to play, if you want Donathon Arc 3 to be From Software Dungeon Crawler Roulette, Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3, Neo, or Pokemon Emerald Imperium Randomized Nuzlocke. Also, I've opened up a form where you can tell me what characters to draw for the stream I'm going to do, which was one of the Donathon goals, which is I'm going to draw characters suggested by all. So make sure to... So make sure to tell me what character... There should be... make sure to follow the rules at the top of the page. Make sure to follow the rules at the top of the page, and then tell me what characters you want me to draw for when I do that stream. Marzuka Fan says, I mean, Tifa's just a super strong martial artist who'd probably be friendly rivals with Elena. I mean, just think, if we do get Tifa in Street Fighter 6, that means that we'll have not just one, but two really super strong brawler girls from Italy in that game. That meme has still gone on. There's still people posting jokes from that meme years later. I was about to say this kind of looks like an MMO, and it looks like it might actually be an MMO. Okay, this one is another game this game I've played a demo for as well. This one is really good. This is a pretty fun, like, puzzle platformer. So I already knew about... Let's see, I already knew about Tenebris Somnia. And I already knew about this, Gunny Ascent. But I'll still mark them down on this. I'll still mark them down on my list of cool things from this week because of I'll still mark them down on my list of cool things from this week. Wait, was that? Is that the main characters from Peak and from? Yeah, wait. Okay, so this is like crossover characters. That's literally just Stanley from the Stanley Parable. I didn't know he actually had a face, or that he was actually just a normal person. That's really funny. Interesting they got so many characters from other games to be in this. Oh, it looks like, okay, there's even more characters. Wait. So we have, okay, this is from a game that I've tried the demo out for and I've wanted to play, but I haven't gotten around to it. I know what game this character is from. That's the main character from Peak. I know she's from a video game, I just don't know what game she's from. I don't know who that is. It's some sort of stick guy. The Among Us is in this game. I mean, I'm guessing all these characters from different video games, but this little guy might be from Brawlhalla? Trying to see if I can recognize some of these shadows here. So that's Stanley from the Stanley Parable. Shovel Knight. Guy for Ultimate Chicken Horse, Pizza Tower. I'm guessing. That makes me curious what some of these other characters might be, because they might be also like other indie game characters. Yeah, Gunny Ascent was already a game I knew about and was excited for. Okay, at first I thought this was like a base building game, but it looks much more like another kind of like top-down shooter. Okay, that demo available noise always makes me think that's the exact same noise they use when you get rated on Twitch. That's like the default notification sound for when you get rated on Twitch, so I'm always, whenever that happens, I'm like immediately looking around to see if we got rated. And this is another top-down game. Well, this one looks much more like fantasy inspired than the previous game. Okay, this looks like another... I'm guessing this is another game like Lethal Company or another game like Lethal Company where it's like you and a group of friends have to explore a scary location. There's quite a few of these. It's like a growing... After Lethal Company, there's like a growing subgenre of these sorts of games. Oh, and just to let y'all know what streams will be happening for the rest of this week. There will be a stream on...
Latin America's growth isn't just about the numbers, it's about the people building the games. The titles you're about to see are being developed by incredibly talented small teams and solo developers.
But tomorrow's stream, I'm going to be watch the actual Summer Games Fest event itself. Oh, wait. Oh! Wait, hold on a second. Fields of Mystria. But I'll be... The stream won't start until like 7:30 p.m. just because of my new work hours. And then on Sunday, I'll be doing like the regular 6-hour-long stream. I'm gonna try to watch the remaining game showcases that I haven't been able to get, that I won't be able to get to today or tomorrow. And maybe some XCOM 2 after. Okay. Created by former lead pixel artist of Fields of Mystria.
I gotta find her. I gotta try to stand up.
That's a very Golden Sun font.
Oh, thanks for the help. But I still can't believe we're in this mess because of you.
We both knew getting near the tower was forbidden.
I'm liking the art. I'm liking the mix of like sprites, but 3D models for cutscenes.
So, if we want to get our original bodies back?
We gotta cooperate and help each other, right?
Yep. But you're way too close, Aslan.
Okay, this looks cool. I'll add this to my list of things to be interested in. Between like the pixel art for the game, the sprite art for the gameplay, but these like sort of pixelated 3D models
We have to
for
keep
the
moving forward.
yeah, these like pixelated
Together.
3D models for the cutscenes. It kind of reminds me like of a DS or 3DS game.
Tower.
Wish list now.
Mario Effects is very DS style. That's what I was thinking. It's like, yeah, between like those very heavily pixelated 3D models, kind of reminds me like Golden Sun, Dark Dawn. Yeah, that does look really interesting. Also, former lead pixel artist on Fields of Mystria. I mean, Fields of Mystria has some gorgeous art, so they were formerly the lead artist on it. Excited to see like what they excited to see like what they made. I guess this is a room arranging game. Oh, also, Marziska fans, sort of like another thing that kind of hints that Tifa might be going to Street Fighter 6 is that with Ingrid being added to the game, they kind of announced that they're going to stop doing World Tour sections, where like every DLC character in Street Fighter 6 got like their own like World Tour story section that you could go to. And well, they announced that Ingrid was going to be the last character they do that for. So it kind of does point towards maybe Tifa getting into Street Fighter 6, because I mean that would save them some time when adding in a character from another property. Marziska fan says, "Ah, I know. I am really sad about that. I know. Like there are players of this game that don't like the World Tour mode, but I really do, and I love just how much it added to this game. How much it added to this game, and getting to like hang out with, getting to like interact with all the different characters in the roster." Okay, so it's a multiplayer turn-based strategy game. So far, like a lot of there's not many games here that I think I would get, besides like the ones I already know about in that Ornament Tower game, but there is a wide variety of games here, which is a very good thing. I'm not doing well against these masters, but well, I am mainly focusing on the showcase, not the game itself. So there's a part of why I'm not even trying to go online. I would lose every single match if I tried to go online while doing this. Is this a hill drawing game? It looks like it. Yeah, it looks like this is a kind of art game. Interesting. Although I wonder if you can only draw hills. That does kind of limit what you can do in the game. It's true. Oh, this is a really creepy looking one.
Shape your own hell. Tile by tile.
I mean, I kind of already am shaping my own hell. I kind of don't have to. I'm already living in America.
Seal pacts. Bend the rules.
Marziska says populous, but in hell.
Deepen thy bonds with demons and define sin. Create freely in sandbox mode.
Okay.
Punishment, repentance, indulgence. Canvas.
All of these demons look like they're based off of a specific artist's messed up paintings. I don't know the name of the artist, but I remember there being paintings like that. I remember some of those creatures being from some paintings I've seen. Gosh, that noise keeps making me think that we're getting raided, even though we're not. Okay, liking the art for this one. Yeah, this has some good art. Another top-down action game. Mars Advance is a successor game to Hyper Light
What's
Drifter?
most
Could
exciting
be.
is not just where the region is today, but where it's heading next. A new generation of developers
I'm
is
not sure.
emerging
Yeah.
across Latin
That
America.
does look
with
interesting,
bold
but I'm not sure if
ideas,
it's
fresh
interesting enough to
voices,
where
and
I'd like
ambitious new
really want to
projects
get
like
to where I'd
this.
really want to get it. Just because there's nearly like five, just on my Steam wish list alone. There's like nearly 500 games, and that's not counting all the games that are like on my Switch and PS5 wish list.
You wake up as a refueler on a planet where plants emit sound. Explore alien temples, interact with your AI companion, upgrade your suit, face multiple endings, and solve dozens of unique puzzles. But in this game,
Okay, so like a
sound and
very
music
darkly
are your core
atmospheric
gameplay
puzzle game.
mechanics. For example, using your drone sphere, you can hear the ocean's depth.
Oh, there's a bit of like, okay, there's a music. Okay,
I'm
music's a
Marcel,
big deal in it.
solo developer, and this is Soundgrass.
Or maybe not music, but like the soundscape in it. Okay. Side note, I'll let myself lose this fight, but side note, I love that this game has this. This might have been in some other games that appeared before this, but I love that this game has right here no generative AI used in the production of this game. Thank you. That's how you get me interested in your game. That guarantees I won't. Telling me you're not going to have any generative AI, that guarantees that I'm at least going to consider your game. Hey, listen, mate, welcome in. Oh, also, okay, just to let y'all know where we're at with the Donathon. So, we're at $715.69. So, we've passed the first 7 donation goals, and we're currently working our way towards the $800 goal of me doing some D&D solo adventures. Now, if you're able to donate, please consider doing so, because it'll really help out right now. Even though I'm not playing XCOM 2, any donations made will count towards the Donathon. And any donations made will help me like save up money so that I can move out of my parents' house. If you're not able to donate or don't feel like donating, that's totally fine though. And thank you at least for watching. But even if you can't, just as important as that, make sure to go vote on what you want Donathon Arc 3 to be, because we're nearing the end of XCOM 2. And also, make sure to tell me what characters you want me to draw. There's going to be some rules at the top of this page, of this form. Make sure to follow them. This is for one of the Donathon goals, the second one. The one where I'm going to draw characters y'all suggest from memory. So yeah, make sure to take some time to vote for what you want Donathon Arc 3 to be. Make sure to take some time to vote for what you want Donathon Arc 3 to be, and to tell me like what characters you want me to draw. Oh, and again, for those who didn't hear this, I will be live tomorrow watching the actual Summer Games Fest presentation, but it's not showcase, but it's not. That's not going to start until like 7:30 p.m. just because of how my work shifts have changed this week just to like ending at 6:30 p.m. So I'm not going to be able to go live until at least 7:30. This kind of looks like Wario Land, but very artful. The Sim says, "BRB, got my food out of the oven." Sure. So yeah, right now we're watching the Latin American Game Showcase, and if we have enough time after that, I'm gonna try to watch the women-led Game Showcase as well. But if I don't get to that today, I'm gonna probably get to it on Sunday. This looks unique. Not sure. I don't think this would be one I'd be interested in. Just doesn't really look like it'd be my thing. Did that guy literally have a Kamen Rider helmet? That is literally a Kamen Rider helmet on this player character here. The giant red eyes, the small antenna, yeah. Okay, game, you're winning me over. You found one of the 3 ways to win me over. To, like, easily win me over. Lusumu says, welcome back. Lusumu says, back. Welcome back. Marcus Fan says, I remember the draw raffle is a character from memory, but what are the other guidelines? Only characters you played, streamed, other? Oh, the draw raffle. No, it's not a raffle. I'm going to draw every single character on the... So the list I posted, I'm going to draw every single character on this list. Except for Shantae, because she's kind of the first one there, and she's the first one there on that list. And she's appeared, and I have her picture uncovered, so I'm looking at her. I have her picture uncovered, and I could probably draw Shantae with my eyes closed. With how much art I've drawn of her off stream. As for the rules, so it has these rules at the top of the form, but it's basically just, you'll just need to enter your name, the name of the character you want me to draw, and the series they come from. Doesn't have to be a video game. Could be from a movie, an anime, tokusatsu, a Taiwanese puppet show, a Taiwanese puppet show produced by Gen Urobuchi, whatever you want. As long as it's a character that I can draw on stream. So while I would not mind drawing naked titties on stream for y'all, can't do that because we are on Twitch. And then just what you also need to do is like add in there's like a column there where you could add in a picture. So add that in. And add that picture into that column, and then I have instructions on how you can kind of cover up the picture to where I don't see them, and that way I'm not spoiled on how they look ahead of time. You can suggest up to 2 characters, and again, they can be from video games, they can be from movies, TV shows, anime, tokusatsu, theater, comics, manga, whatever, analog horror. As long as it's a character that I can draw on stream, then yeah. As long as it's a character I can draw on stream, then yeah. Whatever. I'll draw them. I was actually considering doing I was considering doing the thing where I actually draw these characters on during these week's streams, but unfortunately I got hit by that, changed my work schedule, and also the internet quality. The stream quality has dropped horrendously for the past couple of weeks. Has dropped horrendously for the past few weeks because of the internet I'm forced to use at my parents' house. So probably will just have to. I'm just gonna have to save drawing all these characters for a really big stream whenever I can make the time. It might happen after I'm. Maybe it'll be while I'm here at my parents' house, or I might have to wait until after I'm done. But I'm gonna go ahead and get the characters now. This looks kind of cool, this game. Also, remember to vote for whether you want me to play, whether you want Dawnfall Arc 3 to be a From Software Dungeon Crawler Roulette, Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3, Neo 2, or Pokemon Emerald Imperium Randomized Nuzlocke. Okay, this looks nice. This looks very good, much a boomer shooter. It does kind of look a bit too fast for my liking. Oh, shit. I've kind of discovered in recent months that when a game is third person, I really like it to be really fast. When a game has a third person camera, I like it to be really fast. And when a game is a first person camera, I actually prefer it to be kind of slower. Hence why, like, my favorite first person action games slash favorite first person shooters are games like Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 4, well, the Fallout games, yeah, Fallout 3, New Vegas, and 4, and Forest and Sons of the Forest. Well, my favorite, like, 3D shooter, like, my favorite third-person shooters and third-person action games are games like Resident Evil 4, Spider-Man, Kingdom Hearts. So yeah, I'm not going to draw these, like I said, I'm not going to draw these characters for the drawing stream. I'm not going to draw them like, I'm not going to, like, pull a raffle. I'm going to draw every single character on that list. So it might take more than one stream, we'll see. I'm not even sure how many characters are on the list because I haven't looked at it in case someone tries to, like, in case someone doesn't follow the rules and puts a character on there without, like, without covering their picture. Aw, bunny. I have not won a single one of these Masters matches. Which, I mean, does make sense. I am fighting against these people while focusing on a game showcase. This kind of looks like a calmer version of the forest. Yeah, this looks like a calmer version of the forest. Just camping and building buildings in a forest, and surviving in a forest without the cannibals. No combat, no stress. It's funny they say that because actually a lot of the games are like, I would describe them as my comfort games, are games like like a lot of the Resident Evil games, which are heavy on combat. or like Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 4, which takes place in a post-apocalyptic wasteland. I do really like the style of this. Yeah, I really like the style of this game. I think it kind of like very Peruvian in style, because the alpaca. Oh, the alpaca. As far as games that have been announced that I'm really interested, that I'm really interested in playing from this event, so far it's really just Ornament Tower. Somebody says, was wondering, have you heard of Starseeker Astroneer
Talking
Expeditions?
about the next generation,
Haven't heard of
earlier
that yet.
this year we hosted the second edition
Oh,
of the
geez.
LAX Game Jam, bringing together hundreds of developers from across Latin America to create games inspired.
That reminds me, very recently, there was like a fighting game jam, and if I had the time, I would love to play some of the games that were like made for that fighting game jam. But unfortunately, due to the internet and work, I can't really make much time. Due to the internet, work, and living with my parents, can't really make much time for that. Oh, okay, let me give another refresher on this. So, as far as the Donathon goals go, we passed the first Donathon goal. So I am going to do a Pokemon Smash or Pass stream at some point. We passed the second Donathon goal, so I will do a stream where I draw characters suggested by All from Memory. That's what one of those forms is for. I am playing through God Hand. I had to put it on pause because the internet and like living with my parents and work is forcing me to reduce the number of streams I can do whilst I'm here, and so I'm kind of just focusing on playing the game for the Donathon. Deciding the 200 playthrough, y'all did vote on that. The voting did happen on that, and the 200 playthrough is going to be Kingdom Hearts. Capcom Fighters Marathon from Hell. That's most of the preparations for that are complete, but it's probably going to wait to happen until after I get out of my parents' house because I need to make sure I have good internet to do that. Wind Waker first playthrough. That's another thing that's probably going to wait till after I get out of my parents' house, just because I want to make sure I have good internet when I do that. And y'all deciding the new emote for the channel. That's gonna I'm making a form for that, and I'm going to send out a form where y'all can suggest ideas for what new emote you'll want after after we decide what Donathon Arc 3 and after we decide what Donathon Arc 3 will be. That's when I'll close that form and I'll open up this new form for y'all to suggest ideas for emotes. So I'm going to make a form where y'all can suggest ideas for emotes, and then I'm going to go through all the ideas y'all suggest. Then then the ones that I think will work, I'll put a big poll. I'll make a second form that's a really big poll, and y'all get to vote between all those different ideas, what y'all think, what y'all would like. So we're currently at $715.69. We are currently working our way towards the $800 donation goal of D&D Solo Adventures. So if I reach this, I've always wanted to do some tabletop gaming streams, but haven't been able to, especially haven't been able to do any actually full-on D&D campaigns because it's really difficult. It's been basically impossible for me to get people to commit time to planning out a campaign with multiple people. In my current situation, I'm not even really able to plan out streams where I can collab with one other person, which I'd really love to get to do. So this is kind of a way for me to finally do some tabletop gaming streams. Is I would play some smaller D&D campaigns that are designed to be played by and DM'd by the same person. I would actually do a stream where I make characters, and I'd let y'all kind of influence what character I make, and then I would also take time. Then I would also choose what adventures I'd want to play, and play as that character during those campaigns, and maybe play as a couple different characters during a couple different campaigns. Then if we reach $900, I'll play through Sonic Adventure 2 for the first time. And if I reach $1,000, y'all get to decide a game. I must 100%, so I'll have to get either all the achievements or all the trophies in on a PC or PS5. So again, if you're able to, please consider donating. Remember, and a reminder that every single dollar donated, even though I'm not playing XCOM 2, every single dollar donated will add more lives to Donathon Arc 2. And also, if I manage to beat XCOM 2, Donathon Arc 3.
Visual styles. And while many of these games are still on the horizon, let's look at some games you can play right now.
Dive into a haunting underwater world in A Tale of Silent Depths, a tactical RPG where you command a submarine, battle terrifying creatures, and survive the mysteries hidden beneath the ocean floor. Beat the Champions throws legendary players into explosive arcade matches packed with insane abilities, fast plays, and pure chaos. No breaks, no mercy, just goals.
I hate making this accusation. But
Players into
I'm really hoping it's not, but I'm a little worried that's generative AI.
explosive arcade matches packed
I
with
hate that
insane
I have to be
fast
suspicious
plays,
about
and
this.
Pure chaos. No breaks,
I hate
no
that I have to be
mercy,
suspicious
just
about this with
goals.
games
Jump into the
nowadays.
action today. Start your engines and leave chaos behind in Roadout, a post-apocalyptic action RPG where high-speed racing collides with deadly dungeon exploration. Take on dangerous contracts, sabotage rival gangs, and fight your way through the dead zone as Mercenary Claire. Step into a decaying nightmare in Comatose, a retro-inspired survival horror FPS where you explore twisted environments, solve disturbing puzzles, and survive the horrors lurking inside your own mind. Launching today in early access. One of Latin America's standout action platformer is finally making the leap to mobile this summer. Exploring
I'll add
Fallen
Comatose
Kingdom,
to my list of
master
things I want
fluid
to my list of
movement,
things I'm
and
interested in.
conquer
That did
brutal
look pretty cool.
platforming challenges wherever you go. Smash, dash, and blast your way through deadly machines in Core Breaker, a fast-paced action platformer with roguelike chaos at its core. Unlock powerful upgrades, discover new weapons, and uncover your purpose in a world ruled by robots. Available now in early access.
Latin American games are reaching players all around the world thanks to the support of global publishers, but also through experienced local teams with bigger ambitions than ever before. So let's begin this segment with the world premiere of one of Argentina's most ambitious games to date.
Okay, this does look interesting.
Is anyone here?
Time travel first-person shooter Metroidvania. Metroidvania. Not Multivania, that's Wrestling Blade.
You changed slightly. What you just did resulted in deep consequences.
Oh my gosh, I actually beat someone while playing like this. Oh! Musume just resubscribed. Hold on, just a second.
The technology and you are very compatible. You will become
Musume just resubscribed for 3 months in advance. It subscribed for 54 months. Thanks, Musume! Okay, so that is 3 months in advance. So that's 3 subs at once, isn't it? Yeah, that's 3 subs at once, isn't it? Oh, let me add this together. That's 6, 12, 18? Yeah, Musume, how much did you have to pay for, how much did you have to pay for that? I'm not focusing. Okay, I should be paying more attention to this because it did look kind of interesting.
Deep Dish Dungeon is a multiplayer game that you can play solo or with up to 2 other players. You'll be killing monsters, bosses, solving puzzles, looting, treasure hunting, adventure yourselves through the dark places. But I invite you to get deeper.
Okay, I
into
figured
connecting to the
it'd also
dungeon,
be a quicker
because
game.
it's full of symbols and hidden mysteries. I'm looking forward to see you all making the most powerful meal of all, the deep dish pizza, later this year and fall 2026.
That's fun. That looks fun. Yeah, okay, deep dish dungeon, I'll add that. That looked pretty fun. Assume it says, okay, so $26. Okay, so it was it 3 lives together, or excuse me, not 3 lives. Was it 3 subs together? Was that how much it costed? Or was that what it was? Since it was like buying for 3 months in advance? Well, since it was $26, I guess I'll add like 26 lives. That's 108 plus 26. That is 128. Plus 6. That's 134. Another top-down game. So, okay. So that's 203, that's 223, I think. So, I'm at 134 out of 223 lives for XCOM 2. And as far as the so that's 715 plus 26 plus 26, 23. Oh, I'm gonna calculate this out. So Rise of Fences feels like an 80s magical girl epic. I'm interested. It does look pretty interesting. It did look pretty interesting. It did look pretty interesting. I'm just not sure it would look. It didn't look interesting enough personally to me. It didn't look like interesting enough to my specific taste to where I'd be like, okay, I definitely gotta get that. Unfortunately for this game here, Four Leaf Fields, it does look nice. But as far as farming sims go, like all my energy for farming sims is taken up right now by me wanting to play more Fields of Mystria, and me anticipating grave fields or grave seasons. Okay, so sorry, I just gotta mention this. So, with Lasume donating 26, or like subbing to the channel, and apparently that costing like $26.23. Adding that together, plus what I had, plus what was already here for the, what had already been donated for the Donathon, that brings us up to $741.92. Oh, I gotta mark this. So, that should be... There we go. So, we are like... So, we are less than $59 away from the next Donathon goal, the D&D Solo Adventures. So, just want to say again, if you'd like to see us reach that donation goal and like me to help me get out of my current situation, please consider donating. Thank you so much for the subs, Lasume. Just want to mention again that subs, bits, and gift subs do help, and they do help a lot. But direct donations do help out the most. So yeah, donating directly to my PayPal helps me out the most. So If you're able to, please consider donating. If you're not able to or don't feel like donating, that's totally fine. And thank you to everyone who has donated already.
Hi, this is Mark, game director.
Oh, also I should mention, even before y'all get that form where y'all are going to get to suggest a new emote for the channel, I am currently like talking with an artist about making some. I'm setting some money aside and talking with an artist about getting some new emotes for the channel. So
Hell Clock.
Don't have a time frame on when those will be ready, but
Cursed War is right around the corner, and with it, we're releasing 6
y'all will know
new
when they're done
skills
because y'all will have
for
new
you to
emotes.
make broken builds with. Holy Fire is a classic fireball, which burns everything to a crisp. Jaguar Spear can pierce multiple enemies with a long-range melee attack. Two Pun's Wrath sends sparks of electricity flying all
I like
over
the very
place.
Central American, or
Lead
Latin American theme to
shoots
this.
bouncing
Sorry, not
lightning
Central.
shots
The
when
very
needs
Latin
to be
American theme
reloaded.
this has.
Cilada is a trap skill, holding enemies in place and debuffing them. And with Kakara Dive, you can leap slam into enemies with the strength of the Kakara. We're also adding over 80 new unique items, which can drastically change how all of these skills work. Don't miss Curse War.
Okay, we're already
Coming
an
to
hour
PC,
into the stream. How's it
Xbox
looking
Series,
here?
and PlayStation 5.
We're only
on
about
July
halfway
14th.
through this, so I might only have enough time to watch
What you're
this.
about to see is probably the greatest indie game to come out in all of 2026.
A VTuber. Another VTuber. Another VTuber.
Toilet, literally.
More VTubers. So many VTubers.
Where did you come from?
More VTubers. Well, that was just a goose, but. Okay, I will admit, I wasn't sure about this game, but I will admit, you do have my interest. You do kind of have my interest. You do have my interest here, at least a little bit, with the two-headed buff blacksmith lady. So I'm gonna at least, I'll at least consider this game.
And who knows, maybe when it fully releases,
Wait, you can show them.
it might just be my game of 2026.
Okay, you know, I will add that onto my list just for the two-headed buff blacksmith lady.
This is going to win Indie Game of the Year 2026.
My God.
Oh my god.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's get into it.
Oh, there's a demo out in a few weeks. No, but it looks like it's already available.
Before we continue, we want to thank our partners for supporting our mission. Our presenting sponsors, Raw Fury, Two Wedges, Annapurna Interactive, New Blood Interactive, Halbert Studios, ID at Xbox, who is highlighting an amazing lineup of Latin American games, including Beat the Champions, an arcade
so I did
football
mention
game
whilst they're
with
doing this
legendary
sponsor
players for
mention.
pure competitive
So
chaos. Deep Dish
I had
Dungeon,
mentioned that I had
handcrafted
been thinking about getting back into
survival
comics, but
adventure
well,
mixing
I was gonna
co-op
wait
dungeon
just
crawling.
because I got so much stuff going on.
Beautiful
Well, that might have to be a bit
puzzle
quicker than
adventure
before now because a
inspired
friend of
by
mine,
Aymara culture.
Bill
Play
Strong, actually
Faster,
just
a
sent me earlier this
precision
week
platformer
a couple of
built for
comic
speedrunners,
books
and Soul Quest,
that he was just like he had read
recently
through and was
launched
passing
action-packed
along.
adventure inspired by
So
Celtic
because that's like
mythology.
once I got those, I was
And
like, well,
Goldpack Goblin,
might go
whose
ahead and
support
like find
inspired a
like
new segment we
look up a
call
way
Dev
to
Exchange
read
Program, where we
Absolute
spotlight
Wonder Woman,
games from
Absolute
other
Batman, and Absolute
underrepresented
Superman.
regions
Because those are
around
the
the
comic
world.
series I was most
Today,
interested in getting
with
into.
Special guest dev team from Indonesia.
And this is our first action roguelike game, Grim Trials.
Grim Trial is a heavy metal action roguelite where you act as the Grim Reaper trainee. In this
Oh,
game,
sweet, they
you
got
use
the Grim
both
Reaper
melee and ranged
guest star.
weapons, craft various gears,
MJ
and
watching on
customize
YouTube
skill
says,
tree
"Hey
to
dude,
make
how are
your
you doing
own
today?"
game.
I'm doing
As
alright.
a unique point,
Thank you for
use
tuning
background
in.
music in Grim Trials, heavy metal music.
For those just tuning in, I'm
Collaborate
basically
with
just
Sigmund,
watching some of the
Venetian
game
metal band,
presentations that have happened this week,
Successful bosses,
and like the Latin American Game Showcase.
With Grim Trials on Steam now.
while playing some Street Fighter 6 on the side. I'm not gonna do well in Street Fighter 6. I'm just gonna.
This is the story of the day after I died, and my chance to return to
Oh my gosh! It's the new God of War. It's the new God of War game. Well, I shouldn't say that. This does have a much more interesting. This does have a much more interesting art style than the new God of War game, at least to me.
I was chosen to be Reaper's apprentice. It felt like he knew I wouldn't refuse.
MJ says, "What's your favorite game of all time?" That is a very tough question for me to answer because there's like 10 to 20 different choices I could say. At some point, I might actually have to do a marathon of my favorite games to decide what is my favorite game of all time. You know what? Grim Trials, I will add that to my list. That did look interesting enough.
Inside a single genre. Our developers are constantly blending mechanics, styles, and ideas into something unique.
Yeah, that did look interesting enough.
Hi, I'm Fabio, and I'm really excited to be here on behalf of Coffeenauts, an indie studio from Brazil, to introduce you to our next game. Let me set the scene. You are stranded and outnumbered in a post-apocalyptic world ruled by AI. Your only chance of survival is to find and recruit locals to build a guerrilla resistance, then lead an uprising against the machines. The catch is that the
MJ says,
machines are
"Alright, what's your favorite game
and
right
it's
now?"
up to you to figure out who you can trust. This is Ghostless.
Oh, what's your favorite game? You mean like game I've played this year so far, or so far in 2026? I guess I'd probably say out of the new games, out of the games I played for the first time in 2026, it's probably XCOM 2.
I'm telling you, they look human now. I saw that thing.
The ultimate human vanity. It's your exclusive portal to the soul.
Department has confirmed AI has turned against humanity.
I'm surprised there. Excuse me. Okay, this looks like something I'd like to play. Yeah, this definitely looks like something I'd like to play. One of these older dungeon crawlers. I don't... Or will you slay, bake, and stuff it? Okay, between that deep dish dungeon game we had earlier and this game, what was it called? It's called Final Flavor. Between that deep dish dungeon game and Final Flavor, dang, I think indie devs really like some indie devs really liked Delicious in Dungeon, which I mean it is a good series, which I actually need to get back to I'd read the manga some time ago. I need to get to watching the anime of that, but yeah, it was a really interesting. I guess it does make sense because dungeon crawlers have been a game genre for so long, and cooking mechanics are like they've been a thing for so long. MJ says, "Alright, by the way, how many years have you been posting and streaming on YouTube?" MJ, is this an ad? Are you gonna try to sell me something? Because the Sumo is gonna head out right now. Alright, Sumo, thanks for tuning in, and thank you for the subs. Have a good rest of the day. A reminder, I'm gonna be back tomorrow for a Rare Friday stream, watching the Summer Games Fest showcase. Which that stream won't start until 7:30, but I will be doing it. But yeah, MJ, is this an ad? Because the question of what's my favorite game of all time, what's my favorite game right now, and how many years have I been posting a stream on YouTube? This feels like you're kind of like pushing to try to sell me something. Oh, I got a cat. They got a cat with a hat. And also they got a female, like a buff lady as a party member. So definitely got me interested in that. Definitely even more interested now. This would be another top-down, yeah, another top-down shooter. Oh my gosh, this got so much my health. I whipped that pretty hard. I don't know what it is about like these top-down shooters like this, but I'm just not as interested in them. Maybe I don't know if it's like the visual style or what. I'm just not as interested in them as I'm just not that interested in them for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because I got so many games that I'm trying to play and so many games that I like really want to play that I'm like, if it's not a game that immediately sells me or gets me interested, my brain's just gonna be like, all right, probably won't get it. This looks like Dynasty Warriors, but a lot more peaceful. With like the hordes of enemies you're fighting. Okay, now here's a game for fighting card. Oh, maybe not. Never mind, you have a landlord. Never mind, you have a landlord. Maybe this isn't a game for fighting card. Dungeons and Desserts. That's another dungeon exploring game with cooking. That's the third dungeon and cooking game I've seen during this.
Can't take it anymore. That's it for me. I'm going on vacation. That's final.
But sir, who you rule if you leave?
Oh.
Okay, I guess a city building game. Dang, we've already got less than an hour left. Yeah, this might be the only thing I get to. Dang. I was hoping to do like the Women-led Games showcase today as well, but might not get to it. All these showcases are going to last at least an hour. Mars Defenses looks like Papers, Please on acid.
So Litany is a roguelike deck builder about making impossible combos, absurd synergies, and those big numbers that makes you feel like you've broken the game. In this dungeon, the gods are dead, and we only worship what we cannot burn. Many folks are trapped in this eternal cycle,
we only worship what we can afford. Ain't that just the way?
Mysterious doors that no one knows what lies behind. And different from other dark fantasy games, Litany doesn't take itself too seriously. He added some fun and bizarre elements to this hopeless environment. Mechanically,
that a
Litany is
blobfish?
all about chasing.
You get to fight the
dopamine.
blobfish?
You open boosters, you stack modifiers, and you multiply.
A dark fantasy
effects
game that is
until
kind of
you
like
reach
being
absurd
silly.
combos
That is
feels
kind of being
completely
silly.
unintended
Does
to
sound
you.
like a fun idea.
It's a mix of what we love in roguelike deck builders with this hypnotic flow that is hard to put down. The demo for Litany released today on Steam, so please go play the game and share your feedback so we can craft the best game possible.
When we met Litany, it was an instant fit for two edges. Dark fantasy, roguelike deck builder, felt already home. And once we played, we were completely addicted to the game. And we saw much potential alongside Sigils of Nightfall, as both games belong to the
Okay,
same
this is
genre,
another
but
deck, but
different approaches.
well,
And
they
when we
had me interested
participated
there
in
with like that
events, we
opening
really
art of like the
realized
knight
we were
in the dungeon, but
Sigils of Nightfall is a
but
dungeon crawler
then I
roguelike
saw
deck
the
builder
cards
with
and I was
elements
like,
of the
maybe
award-winning
not.
RPG Mortborg. And now we're releasing a new demo with improved map design and many community requests, as bestiary, quest events, and dice rolls. And remember, all the content will be available for you to play with your friends.
Doesn't
on
look
tabletop.
bad. Again, it's just like
So
a game
play
where I'm
Litany
not sure I'd
and
be
Sigils
into
of
it.
Nightfall
I'm not sure I'd
and
be
follow
into
Two
it.
Edges
And
to
with
see
how
what's
many
coming next.
games I'm already into and already excited for, don't think I'd have the money or time to give this a chance. But again, it doesn't look bad, so this is something. So this is something that you think you'd be interested in. Well,
Since
they
the
just said they've
beginning
got
of
some
Labs,
demos there, so
horror
maybe
has been one of the
take a look at those
defining
demos.
genres of our showcases. And Latin American developers continue to create some of the most unique horror experiences in games today.
Oh, we got more horror games? Looks like it. Oh, I ripped that so hard. That does look good and very spooky, but not sure if that's one for me.
How long has it been since your last confession?
Oh, we doing a Catholic horror game? Okay, yeah, you got. Yep.
That's a long
okay, I'm
time.
interested.
What are your sins?
I...
How did you even think to do that?
I saw it on TV, then in a dream, and I wanted to know what it felt like.
Okay, I'll add this to my list because this does look
Do your parents
very unique.
No,
Does anyone?
no. Am I gonna go to hell?
Maybe. If you don't grow out of it.
Oh, this game's gonna be messed up. Yeah, this game's gonna be messed up as heck. Oh. Yeah, a game with this cutesy art style and the spooky music. Oh yeah, it's gonna be messed up. It does look very nice though.
I don't know what you've done. Juliet.
Well, I don't see much of the gameplay, but... Okay, there we go. That's better. Yeah, I'll add that to my list. That's got a really nice art style to it. That's got a really nice art style to it, so yeah, I'll add that to my list.
You shouldn't even be here in the first place.
Oh, that okay. That's coming from the game trailer. Yeah, it's bad draft there too much. This game almost looks like FMV.
Hello, thank you for installing Desktop Explorer.
Oh, this is gonna be another messed up game.
Pauses around basic computer usage.
These games were like it's like a really like you play on a retro computer, but ends up going really messed up. That's also a growing subgenre of indie games.
And unlock the next puzzle folder. Color me impressed. You'll do great. Just ignore the feeling of being watched. I love puzzles.
Yeah, creepy computer interface games is another really growing subgenre of indie games. There's like quite a few of them.
This is getting pretty creepy.
I'm not sure this would be. I haven't really been interested in any of these like creepy desktop, creepy computer games, like games that take place on creepy games that take place on a retro computer.
Owen. She was right. There is something dark in here. There are things here that shouldn't exist.
This job, it never gets easier, you know?
Sometimes you just get pushed to the brink. Emotionally, physically.
Are you sure this is the path you want to follow?
We need to get out of here. Now!
It's okay. I know you can do it.
I'm not sure how interested I'd be in that one. I think it actually looks. I think it's literally too dark for me to play, as in like too visually dark. It's like too visually dark for me to see anything in this world to play.
Connected with our developers, creators, and community year-round. So today, we're excited to announce the Lags Club, a new Patreon initiative where we'll offer perks, access to opportunities, and community programs for players, creators, and developers alike. We'll soon be sharing more information about this in the future, so stay tuned. But for now, more games.
I mean, they gotta do it. They did say they had. She did say they have 80 games to show off.
And real-world inspiration. This next segment reflects the many voices and cultures that make our games special.
So we've kind of moved out of horror games. I'm guessing into much more like somber games. Okay, this is... Okay, so... Sad cat game. I'm not sure... Okay, maybe scary cat game. I'm not sure how interested in that one. I'm not sure how interested in that one I'd be in. Or how interested I'd be in playing that one. Oh wait, is this like a ship sailing game where you take down slavers? Okay. Ship sailing games aren't really my thing, but the story premise of this one does interest me. This one does have a really nice art style. Okay, so it's puzzles. Okay, this game... Oh yeah, I remember hearing about this game. This is a game I'm really interested in. Yeah, okay, I remember seeing a trailer for this at like another event. I think it might have been a Nintendo Direct. This game looks fun. Like very cartoony. Very cartoony, like I think they actually like named Chrono Trigger as one of the inspirations. Yeah, Tawada Brava. Yes, this game looks great. Yeah, I think... Oh, there's a demo available? Oh, I gotta play that demo. Because, again, that game looks fantastic. How much longer do we have? Okay, yeah, I think this is going to be the only thing I'm going to be able to watch today, unfortunately. I didn't think this would take up 2 hours, but looks like it will. Or almost 2 hours. I would love to play that demo for Tawada Brava on stream, but dang it. Just won't have the opportunity to, unfortunately.
Please be advised that the following game contains no glorification or use of drugs. It is a homage to Brazilian bootleg games and mods of the 2000s and Brazilian pop culture.
And now hold on to your bundas. You are going to Brazil, cacete.
I think I know what the game is going to be.
In heaven after saving the favela from hell.
Ronaldo,
Welcome back to Rio. Take a trip to Salvador.
Yeah, I figured this would be it.
Crazy newcomes going from Shimano flamethrower to Tijuana Beater and new enemies. Double jump and dash as you put fireworks at their ass. The craziest boomer shooter of 2026 with 18 campaign levels traveling to Brazil to save the Bahamas from Ronaldo. Flare go off with 255 players over
How?
with one shot.
How do you fit that many players in one game? How do you fit one? That's like a literal army of players.
Full release September 16, 2026 on Steam.
Oh no.
Okay, I remember seeing this. I ended up having to watch the Midsummer Night's stream off stream. That's Brazilian Miku. And I remember seeing this thing. And this was at the Midsummer Night's Stream Fest, even though it doesn't look really that scary at all. That is Brazilian Miku as a playable character. And Sonic the Hedgehog, bootleg Sonic the Hedgehog. Well, okay then. And bootleg Steamboat Willie. Well, okay then.
Latin America's gaming industry continues to grow at an incredible pace, and the road ahead has never looked brighter. Let's take a look at some of the games arriving later this year and beyond.
Side note, that is a really nice beach that she's at. It's a really beautiful looking beach. I love indie games so much, dang it. We just had a trailer for a game where like Brazilian Miku holding a double-barrel shotgun was fighting some sort of monsters in the dead of night, and now we're switching over to this very serious looking, like maybe historical plane game. Like, two completely different games showed off at the same event, and I'm happy, and I love it. Now, I'm not sure I'd get either of them, but they do look good. Or they do look interesting. Okay, I gotta stop doing Power Wave. And also stop doing Buster Wolf. I gotta do mine. I just did it again. I'm wasting meter. This looks like another game I probably wouldn't be interested in. At least I don't think so. Oh wait, is this... Okay, this is not One Shot Fighters, this is a different game. Wait. That was freaking Gavon. Hold on, I'm sold interested. I'm interested already. I'm sold already. I'm pausing the game. You just showed me Space Sheriff Gavon in your fighting game. I'm in. Daybreak Slam, okay. Is this a fighting game with like multiple other modes? What is this? Okay, it's got a demo. Yeah, I'll play that demo. This looks awesome. Okay, we got less than 30 minutes left, and yeah, it looks like 11 minutes left on this showcase, so probably won't be able to do much after this ends. I'll probably have to end the stream a little early, like I did on Tuesday, just because I'll have nowhere near enough time to watch another one of these showcases. I was expecting each of these to be like about an hour, but I was not expecting them to each be like about at least an hour and a half. To like the Midsummer Night's stream was like 3 hours. Again. Pumpkin. That's a very happy pumpkin, it seems like. Maybe not so happy. Okay. This almost seems like maybe like a point-and-click adventure game. That reminds me, there was another fighting game, but I think it's about to start a Kickstarter called One Shot Fighters. I need to check to see if that Kickstarter has started. That's a game that I've been following for some time and have been really interested in. So there so far have been quite a few games I'm interested in. Like, I did see games I already knew about, like Tenebrae Somnia, Gunny Ascend, and Toyota Brava. But some of these, like Kernel Hearts, Deep Dish Dungeon, Comatose, Ornament Tower, Final Flavor, Dim Trials Twirl, Daybreak Slam, Moonlight Pale, some of them did look really good. I'm definitely going to check out their like Steam pages and add them to some wish lists so I can keep track of them. So yeah, there are some pretty cool games. So there were some pretty cool games. There have been quite a few pretty cool games announced at this. Oh dang, we got like... I am looking for something super tacky. Maybe not. Okay, you're kind of losing me there with the whole like cool guys don't look at explosions. Super tacky Astro Ranger. Okay then. You are kind of interesting me. Oh, it's Star. Super tacky Astro Ranger. It's Star. Okay, I see.
And while the future looks bright, there are already some amazing games available today.
Welcome to the worst shift imaginable. In retail hell, you're trapped inside Purgatory's only
So just
convenience
retail.
store, serving terrifying customers while trying to survive the night, stock shelves, uncover secrets, and keep the horrors at bay. Build fast, think faster, and crush endless waves of robots in Gears of Glory. This explosive mix of tower defense and high-speed action challenges you to defend your base while tearing through enemies at full speed. Step into a brutal.
Okay, this game I actually got and I've been playing in my off time. This game is a lot of fun. This is like it's a mix of like it's a mix of XCOM and Resident Evil, and this is a lot of fun. I probably will play. I'm probably gonna play through it on my off stream, and then we'll play it on stream at some point.
Investigation, every suspect has secrets, schedules, and motives hiding beneath the surface. Uncover the truth in this stunning hand-drawn noir mystery. Fight through hordes of enemies in Soul Quest, an action-packed adventure inspired by Celtic mythology.
I think I have it on.
The power of Morrigan,
I think I have this game
goddess of
wishlisted
death,
already.
and battle to reclaim the soul of your beloved.
Before Soul Quest, they mentioned. Oh wait, no, I already have Vulture Scavenger's Death, so I don't need to add to my list.
The mechanics, and even who you control, as every character fights to become the protagonist of their own story. Uncover all the secrets in this wild platforming adventure today.
That's all for this year's Latin American Game Showcase Summer Game Fest edition. Huge thanks once again to all of our presenting sponsors, our media, broadcast, PR, and community partners. And of course, Jeff Keighley, Emily Weir, and all the Summer Game Fest team for their continued support.
5 minutes left, though.
Don't forget to wishlist your favorite games throughout our official Steam event. If you're
Okay, so if it is over, there were already quite a few. There were
make
quite a
sure
few
to
games that
tune
look
in
really
for
cool.
even more showcases, starting with the Women-Led Games Showcase right after our event at 4 p.m.
Yeah, Women-Led
Pacific.
Games, I don't
And
think
be
I've got
sure
enough time to
to
watch
tune
that,
in for Summer
unfortunately.
Game Fest on June 5th, live from LA at 2 p.m. Pacific. For the
I don't think I've got
scouts
enough
and
time to
publishers
watch,
watching, over half of
Women-Led
the
Games
games
today.
showcased today are either self-published or open for publishing opportunities. So if any of these games caught your eye, reach out. We can help you connect. And finally, we're incredibly excited to announce that this December we'll return with something brand new. The very first LAX Game Awards, celebrating the best games from across Latin America. We'll have more information soon on our website and social channels. Thank you again for celebrating Latin American Game with us. See you next time. But before we go, as tradition demands, we have one more thing.
Okay. Interesting. Really nice. Okay, I was just about to ask to see what gameplay looks like. This does look really good. Yeah, this does look pretty good. Probably will keep an eye on this as well. Shape protocol, okay, yeah. Let me add that to my list of things to keep an eye on. I think that's all of them. So, Yeah, a lot of really cool games announced there. Unfortunately, that did take up most of our time. Let's see if we got... Okay, this is an hour and a half, so I'm not going to have enough time to watch this as well. Okay, we're going to have to save the women-led game showcase for another time as well, unfortunately. We've only got 15 minutes left, so... So thank y'all for tuning in. I know this was one of the shorter streams, but I can really only stream for like 2 hours at most. Well, when my work shift has moved back to be this late. Because I can't start streaming until like 7:30 at night during the weekdays, unfortunately. Hopefully, maybe my work hour... They did say this was temporary, so hopefully my work hours will change soon. They did say that this was temporary, so hopefully my work hours will change soon. And, if they do, I'll try to see if I can get back to streaming more. Although with how the internet is here, that might have to wait until after I get to move out of here. So, thank y'all for tuning in. Hope y'all have a good rest of the night. Hope I can see y'all tomorrow for watching the actual Summer Games Fest event. And have a good rest of the night. See ya.